Hello, I'm Dr. Dawn from Graceful Waves Wellness Center. We wanted to make a special video for you today to share a little bit about our Rejuvenate the Soul retreat. Normally, the retreat would have already happened in June. We postponed it because of COVID-19 through into August. And we are still going to be having our retreat. I think it's the perfect time for it. That said, as we all know, there are still a lot of safety concerns relative to the pandemic. So I just wanted to let you know some of the changes that we've made to the format so that you'd know what to expect if you'd like to rejuvenate your soul. So needed right now. So behind me, you may be seeing a little white box. That's one of our four HEPA filters. We spent several $100s in getting HEPA filters, which actually clean and filter the air quality, including for viruses and bacteria. However, most of the event will actually be taking place outside. So although this one very quite spacious room that you may be able to see as I pan around a little bit, this room may be used for soul collages for very small groups of people, and I'll be having multiple HEPA filters going in here, but the majority of the event is actually taking place outdoors. So let me show you what that's going to look like. Here we go. One of the wonderful things about our wellness center is that it was built with the idea of having outdoor spinal care. And now is the time of year when we're going to be able to do that. And it's already in late June, absolutely stellar, beautiful, warm. I'm in a t-shirt and kind of funny pants here, but shorter pants, and it's just absolutely stunning right now. Don't know if you can see it, but see if I pan out here without falling off the deck. There we are. So there is the view that you'll be seeing from the place that we're actually having the entrainments. And here is the deck. Most of it will be very shaded. If one person is wanting a Bikram experience on the sun tables, perhaps toward the end, but otherwise, this is the location of having these some of the most amazing spinal care available, and care that really helps to optimize and uplift and energize and help support on a physical level being able to claim one's soul's purpose and reconnect with one's soul's purpose, and not just that, with ease and grace. This period of time, these last 4 months in particular for most of the world, in fact a little bit longer for some countries, it's been pretty challenging. And I believe that we really stand on a precipice and an opportunity of creating a more beautiful world. So part of our intention for this retreat is to not only create a more beautiful garden inside to allow our soul and our purpose to flourish, but to share that with others. As such, we're also having quite a bit of nature-oriented activity in the retreat. So I'm panning. Oh, this is convenient. Wonderful. So I'm panning behind me. You may see some of those gigantic alder trees that we call it the alder grove. And by the way, this is actually a family property that my great-grandfather settled in the 1940s. So this is something that's been passed down through generation after generation, and the land has been cultivated and cared for. It used to be heaps of machinery and gigantic steel, like ropes, and there's quite a history. You may see the piling behind me. It used to be a mill site. And there used to be blackberry brambles and all kinds of vegetation that made the land not even visible, that you wouldn't have even known that there was a river right there. So over these last 70 years, my dad in particular has really stewarded this land so beautifully, and that's continuing through each generation. So at any rate, the alder grove behind us will be the site for some of the most awesome somatorespiratory integration care. So that's a type of breathing work, and also a type of 12 different exercises and stages, physical exercises that help us gain the wisdom and the benefit for the different stages that we tend to go through in life. So assuming that we're at least partially human, we have moments of suffering. We also experience moments of polarity and moments of feeling stuck in a mindset. We also hopefully have moments of reclaiming our power and saying enough of this and claiming something more. And then there are times that we realize that we've woven stories, created stories that at the time may have served us, but at the time, like at this point in time, perhaps no longer serve us. And the journey continues through this process of reclaiming ourself and seeing the beauty and the light and the love in the space around us, in our own soul, and appreciating coming into a place of wishing to bless others as well as bless ourselves and bless others in community. And community often brings us back into suffering. Haha. Not always, but community is so much like stone soup. You know, the whole idea of stone soup, that you need some salt, you need some pepper, you might need a stone or two, you might need some carrots and turnips and potatoes, and go down the list of vegetables. But at any rate, each different part of the soup in and of itself lends something, but when you mix them all together, they make something beautiful. And that's another aspect that we celebrate with this retreat. So this is our third annual Rejuvenate the Soul retreat with myself, Dr. Dawn C. Kahrs, and my dear friend Anastasia Metcalf Lundholm, who is a world authority in SRI, or in the 12 stages of extraordinary. She is also a dear friend of mine that I've known for over 2 decades, and personally introduced me to this spinal care that has changed my life. And I don't say that, I say it with levity, and yet in all practicality, I cannot imagine my life the way I can't imagine my life without having had this journey and without having had this spinal care. I don't know how people are coping with the stress and the quantity of change that's required at this time. But what I do know is that this work helps infinitely in being able to not just survive, but to thrive amidst it. One more thing I will point out: in the background there is a wharf, this extending out over the water. At the end of the wharf there is a fire pit. This is again our family's dock. We only open it up once a year for this one special event. We have other private events with the family, but we like to open it up to the people that participate in this Rejuvenate the Soul retreat. So we'll be having, socially distanced, of course, we will have a fire out on the wharf. We'll also be having a beautiful, organic, locally sourced lunch out on the wharf. People 6 feet apart and in an outdoor environment. So I will be wearing a mask because I have to actually get closer to 6 feet from people as I work with people on their spine. And so the staff will be wearing masks when we're not able to maintain a social distancing. Otherwise, in an outdoor environment, people are welcome to wear masks, but as long as we're creating a safe atmosphere and socially distancing outdoors, there's a lot of freedom and ability to really thrive in this retreat and in this opportunity to have a beautiful, beautiful time together. So that retreat is open. It is in 3 weeks. It is mid-August. I will put the dates in the link below. There is an early bird discount. So if you are interested in joining us, please go ahead and register and use that early bird discount. That is only through the end of July. So August 1st, 12:01 a.m. It'll be regular price. That's $4.95. But right now you can actually enroll for $4.50. So it's a nice savings. So we'd love to pass that on to you, and we'd love to have a few more people. It will be a smaller event than we had originally planned, again, to maintain safety and in a way that, that your safety is very, very important to us. And we're only moving forward with the event knowing that we can do this safely. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions for us, go ahead and call the office or you can send the office an email. gracefulwaveswellness.com is our website. It's still in the process of being optimized. So thank you for your patience on that, and wishing you a beautiful day and looking forward to seeing you at the retreat. Ciao.